over 50. We're in the hot tub today, guys. I got some little duckies in here. You ain't gonna see them because they in the back got a little. Okay, and they gonna go do their thing. They're gone down. They won't sit upright. I just got them in here floating around with these little sponges. They supposed to be cleaning up the hot tub. I just ran the jets for a little bit, but I came out to the hot tub today, so everything's kind of a little reversed because I'm looking at the phone actually today. So I came out to the hot tub today because um, I was supposed to be on earlier at 9 a.m. And this morning I had some phone calls to make. Again, my son is I don't know if I said that on this channel. My son is in the U.S. military. So some clearance calls that I needed to do a few interviews for and all of that. So I did that this morning. Okay, and then I got in touch with myself. Okay, so I was dealing with me. Okay, journaling and different stuff like that this morning. So we're here. We're talking Let's Get Fit. We're talking my Zepbound journey and this new channel. Okay, and how I'll be using this channel as a way to stay accountable during the process. Okay, so we're on my Zepbound journey day 4, and my symptoms for today. Today, I didn't have any discomfort eating. Okay, but let's talk about the last 3 days since our last live stream, which was on Friday afternoon. So Friday was the first real day that I was on the Zepbound. So I took it at Thursday on at about 8:30 p.m. that night. And that morning when I first got up, I had a protein smoothie with muscle milk, and I had some coconut water and probably some regular water. And I wasn't able to finish the muscle milk, the protein shake. I wasn't able to finish that. And then I was like, oh, okay. Well, no, because I had told y'all that day on Friday that morning I was eating good. But then that afternoon, hey, Gracie, that afternoon, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. That afternoon, I was just talking about I started Zepbound 4 days ago. I started it last Thursday. And so I was talking about what I'm doing, how did it make me feel? Was I sick on it? And stuff like that. He said, and cookies and cakes and chicken and chips. Girl, if I had ate some, who is that? JK? If I had ate some chicken and cake and cookies and chips, I'd have been sick. Because when I ate that, I had some chicken broth soup, which I talked about in my last live stream. And after I ate that soup, I couldn't, I was hurting. Like I was full all under my ribs, just uncomfortable on the shot, the Zepbound. And if I had ate some cookies and cakes, child, I would have probably threw up. So I couldn't eat for the rest of the night, Friday night. So that was the night after I took the Zepbound, the day after I took the Zepbound. I couldn't eat nothing else after I ate that soup. I had maybe 2 cups of soup, and it was mostly broth, so that could have been it. Could have been all the water I had during the day. But baby, I put a short up talking about how I couldn't make it through that soup. And then Saturday was even worse. Saturday, I think I had 4 ounces of a protein shake. I think I tried to make it through a piece of chicken breast. And I was trying to get enough water in. So protein and water was my main goals when I was unable to eat. So I couldn't eat on Saturday. I couldn't eat at all on that shot. And then Sunday, it started to ease up, like in the evening time though. So I had my breakfast. which was a protein shake. Or, and then that evening, I was able to eat more. I was able to eat like a full chicken breast and some apple slices. So I ate that twice since that didn't make me sick. Try walking an hour or two a day. Uh, yeah. See, but that was the thing. That makes sense because that's enough. That's plenty of exercise. An hour walking is plenty. And I have done that. So no. So you probably new to this channel and stuff like that, but I've lost 70 pounds in the past, so I know how to lose the weight. It's just that life got good. There was less stress in my life, so I was doing more of enjoying my life and just eating what I wanted to eat because I could do it. I could afford to do it. I was relaxed enough to do it. Had enough privacy to do it. I had bought my first house, so I was good on that. But then I was like, okay, it's enough. Okay, we've enjoyed, we've celebrated. We're okay. It's getting to a point, right? We're falling back into old habits. So just reenact what I used before is what I'm doing. But the thing I'm doing differently this time, which is where the first time I lost weight, I did a pesco vegan diet. So it was only fish and vegan foods that I would eat. And I did 15-minute intervals on the treadmill, the elliptical, and the bike. So I would just circulate and doing that. Then I started doing Shaun T, body time. Then I did Focus T25. Then I started weightlifting. I was already doing walks in the park in the afternoon, but that was kind of for my mental health. That was my journaling time. So during that time, I didn't count as exercise, but I would walk in the park and journal and stuff like that to connect with myself. But yeah, so for the most part, weightlifting really worked really well for me. That and eating food that I just cooked, like not eating. So I got an air fryer. And I started air frying most things. I stopped frying food. Okay. This didn't come from you listen, quality food, if you eat enough of it, you can gain weight. Okay. I'm here to show that. But I also have a cooking show that I've been doing on YouTube on my main channel for the last year and a half. And I've made a lot of cakes. You make a lot of food that's entertainment value food. Cheesy macaroni. You can pull the macaroni. You're making food that's not necessarily healthy. Hey Brian. Yeah, you have to be active. Absolutely. Hey Tony. So that kind of caused me to pick up speed on gaining weight because I was cooking all the cakes and brownies and macaroni and fried chicken. I was frying fish. Just doing all these different kind of meals on my main channel, which is She Cooks and Rolls. So that helped me gain too, okay? I'm not gonna lie. But I started this channel the same time I started my first channel. I just didn't give a lot to this channel because I ended up moving out of state and I could only focus on one thing at a time, okay? You have to prioritize things. Priorities is also how we mess up. And so that helped. So now I'm back on track. So what I'm doing this time is I'm still doing the same thing. This time I'm gonna do water aerobics because I'm older than I was then. I'm 5 years older. And so I'm definitely so I'm gonna do water aerobics this time around, okay? And walking, which I dance and stuff on my main channel, okay? So I do a lot of high intensity karaoke and stuff on that channel. And then so I get some exercise there. And then my house is a tri-level, so I have to go downstairs for certain things in my house, and I have to go upstairs to use the bathroom. So I'm getting walking in during the day anyway, right? And before I even started the Zepbound shot, I already just started back using portion control, eating mostly fish in my diet, and eliminating anything else for the most part. Salads, fish, petite potatoes, Brussels sprouts, stuff like that. So I just already started going into portion control mode anyway. And then, so I was already losing. So before I took my first Zepbound shot last Friday, it said go to karaoke song. It said, do I want to add that question? Okay. And let me move this little thing. Don't put it on my face. So so I had lost 9.4 pounds before I even started the Zepbound shot. Okay, just doing portion control, eating and stuff like that. Okay, and just doing my regular live streams. So I had lost 9.4 pounds, which I posted in the community tab on this channel, on the post tab. And so since I've been on the Zepbound, which I was supposed to weigh in before I got in here in the hot tub, but yesterday I did a little pre-weigh-in because today is actually my weigh-in day. But I did a little pre-weigh-in, and I was already down 3 pounds since the Zepbound shot on Thursday. Okay, and it is probably the portion control eating is contributing as well. But the effects of the Zepbound shot in the first 3 days, with the feeling full really fast off of a few bites of food, that also, you know, contributed. I think I was eating on average about 500 calories a day after I first took that shot. So yeah, so once I weigh in here, once I weigh in after I get out of here and I weigh in today, then I'll put that official weigh in. I'll put my official weight up on the post tab today, because today is actually the day I'm supposed to weigh in. So I'm already almost 13 pounds down, and I just started the Zepbound shot on Thursday, so I'd already lost 9 pounds. Okay, without the shot, just with controlling my portions. Okay, and so that's what I was doing, telling you symptoms I was having today. So that's for personal recording purposes also. Okay, so the symptoms I had today were none. I've had the belching, some belching, but I have not had any sudden fullness feelings from the shot or anything like that. Okay, as far as where I am mentally since I took the shot, I've been paying more attention to my thoughts. Does that make sense? And I've been doing some more introspection, kind of working on things that I might have been holding on to. Okay, so that at the end of this process, I've worked out what's going on with me and where my emotions sit from day to day and stuff like that. I think that can contribute if you don't pay attention to your emotions around day-to-day life, or just in general, and then especially food. So I've started to do that. So yeah, but so far I've been eating rotisserie chicken and salmon, apples. That's mostly all I've been able to eat since I've been taking it. And that's mostly what I'm going to be eating: chicken and probably chicken breasts and chicken tenders and fish. Mostly fish and shrimp, like that. I like mussels too, but I don't have any in there now. So what I have for food prep today, which I'll be putting out another food prep video on Wednesday of what I made for the week. But on my main channel, I have changed my food, so that should help me. That I'm not trying to cook things that are entertaining, but I'm cooking things that I'm actually eating, and let the entertainment be my costumes and cosplay and all of that. Okay, and my karaoke and my humor. Okay, so I'll let that ride over there. And over here is where I just do my fitness journey, but it's also changing. I have to change the way I'm cooking twice a week, because I'm not just cooking that food for entertainment and then throwing it in the garbage. I'm cooking that food and I'm actually consuming it. Now, initially, when I started my main channel, I did not eat the food. I would cook it, turn off the camera, rake everything straight into the trash. Because when I started, it was just Dollar Tree stuff. But when I started investing in quality products, then it was more of an investment for me than just a show. Okay, you know, if you spend $50 to make food on a live stream, you want to be able to consume that food. I'm not just gonna be throwing $100 away just for fun, just so I can be on camera. I ain't that rich, okay? so, um, so I have to change the way I eat on my main channel as well. Period. It's just what it is. If I wouldn't bring it in the house when I lost 70 pounds in 2021, then I definitely know better than to bring that stuff in here now. Even if I can do entertaining things on my show that are healthy, it don't have to be cheesy pores and hunks of beef and fried chicken, you know, to be entertaining. Okay. So those things on my main channel have changed. That's it. Just the food. Everything else is still the show. So, so I will be putting out a video showing what I eat in the week, and I do the food. I do it via food prep. I don't do what I eat in a day. What I eat in a day might come later. I might start doing some of those as a shorts. Okay. But my live streams are Monday at 9 a.m. and Friday at noon. Those are when I'll be live on this channel. Okay, otherwise you can expect a Wednesday upload, and I do that. Okay, I do that. And then all of that information is in my community tab, on my post tab. Okay, you can see my little hat trying to, you better puff up. All of that is on my community post tab, so you can see when I'll be live or not. Okay, so far I have not had any. So far I have not had any real major side effects with Zepbound. Okay, besides the sudden fullness. That's it. Okay, and the minute I got that reaction from it, I pulled everything back and started paying more attention to, was I eating at the same time that I was drinking water. So I started separating that. Eat the food, drink the water about 30 minutes later or before. Okay, and so that has worked out. So I don't have any issues around sudden fullness anymore with the Zepbound. There was some other things that I wanted to say. I think I logged them, so maybe I'll put out a short talking a little bit more about the actual things I wanted to say about the effects of Zepbound and over this last 3 days. So, but that's pretty much it. Look, I am not going to live forever, but so I definitely don't want to be incapable of living my life while I'm youngish. Okay, I'm not as old as you can get. So while I'm still able to live my life fairly well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take care of my weight. Okay, I'm taking care of my weight. I'm taking care of my health. Okay, and I'm staying hydrated. I'm eating quality meats and less of them, because before, when I was overweight, before the first time I lost 70 pounds, which didn't make me skinny. When the first time I lost 70 pounds, my weigh-in weight was 277, and I lost 70 pounds. I got down to 209. Then lifestyle creep came in. I started going to dinners and parties and costume parties and all this stuff, and eating all the time and drinking. And that slow creep back up was real easy to do over the course of four years. Okay, and so the minute the weight got to be too much, this time I felt it. Last time it was a personal choice. This time it was a physical choice. Okay, to lose weight, and so therefore I've done so. Okay, I'm on top of it. We own it. And we going down again. Okay, and I know because I know the time frame in which I lost the 70 pounds, in 2021, then I know it's going to take me approximately a year and a half. That will be without any GLP-1s, okay? But currently I'm doing the Zepbound, so and it's just my first shot, okay? So we're gonna see if that helps shorten the length of time that it takes me to lose the weight. But this time I'm going all the way. I'm not just going for 70 and then getting distracted, okay? We're going all the way back down to the 141. We're going back to regular, and we hoping we can get as close to that as possible, okay? Realistically. Okay, because there are logistics and all kind of other things that are at play too. And then age and then menopause. So there's that. Okay. But I'll put up a community tab post that kind of summarizes my experience so we can build a communication over on the post tab, okay? And so I can build some consistency and going live. So I've been doing that, and it's been, because my channel is so new, you know, it's going to take a little while to build community. So I'm just showing up to be accountable, and that's the point. Okay, not because I want to, or not because I'm waiting on motivation to hit. I'm doing it because consistency is key. That's it. That's it. So sometimes on my main channel, I be tired. I started new medication, so I started that torvastatin 20 milligrams and all of that. So that causes me to kind of be a little tired. But I still show up on that channel. So I'm going to still show up on this channel, okay? And build it and grow. And that's pretty much it. I got these jets on in here. And I just wanted to make sure I was showing up. Even if it was late, I'm here. Okay. And since I was finna come out here and chill anyway, I said, why don't I just add this onto my live streams so that I can have at least a record of how I felt today. And so that's what I did. So that's why I'm live. And these live streams will be on Monday at 9 and Friday at noon. And they'll be about 30 minutes to under an hour. I'm not trying to make these very long right here in the beginning as I try to grow the channel, okay? Now, I understand to grow a channel on YouTube, you must be consistent and almost be up here every day. But I don't want to give people the impression that I don't have 3 channels. I run 3 channels, okay? And I'm just setting up the studio for my ASMR channel while my main channel is running. I need to do some more work over there to promote my channel properly, so that takes some time, okay? And then I'm building skits and sketches and stuff every day out to do on that channel. Now, I'm not top notch over here, okay? But I'm fun and I'm funny over there, so. But this is my weight loss channel, okay? And anybody who is already doing Zepbound or some type of GLP-1 or is even considering it, then I'm here to show you what my journey looks like. My next shot is this Thursday. And I believe my next doctor's appointment is that same day, okay? So I take the shot at night. I heard it's better to sleep through the symptoms during the first few weeks. It's better to take it at night so that whatever the symptoms is, and when you go to your next level of shot, to take it at night so you can sleep through most of the side effects, okay? So so I take mine Thursday at 8:30 p.m. That's when I take the shot. So I come up on Friday here and go live at noon to tell you whatever it's making me feel like or whatever's going on, where I am in the journey. And then, of course, I'll be putting out separate videos about the Zepbound process. So when I go into week 2, I'll be uploading a video about what the shot looked like, what the instructions are, whatever, you know. And when I go to the next milligrams, I'll show you what that looks like, what the process is, or what my doctor's saying around that process. Okay, so that's it. Outside of that, I'll probably just be FaceTiming with everybody, which means I'll be going live vertically so that we can build some connection over here on the channel so the channel can grow, okay? And that's about it. So this live stream has about 5 minutes left. I'm open to any questions anybody may have. Because I mentioned karaoke, that's why that question is right there. Go to karaoke song, because I do karaoke, but it's character based on my main channel. Okay, um, and so I mentioned it. It was like, did you want to put this question up here? So I just tacked that question right there. um, and that's it, y'all. So, oh, my new weight. That's what I did mention. So my new weight for today, pre actual weigh day, because that was on Sunday. So Sunday I was at 272 flat, 272 pounds flat, no 0.6, no 0.2, no nothing, 272. So when I get on that scale today, which is my actual weigh-in day, then I'll post the results in the community tab. Okay, I'm still on my fitness pal, and I'm on my 23rd day streak. Okay, so I've been logging my food consistently for 23 days. Okay, so I'm doing that alongside the shot, alongside portion control. Okay, and which is mostly a fish and seafood diet and salads for the most part. And the side vegetables, I just rotate them. They're the same ones. Brussels sprouts, sometimes broccolini, sweet potato, whether it's cubed or whole, and petite potatoes, whether they red potatoes or gold potatoes. Okay, most of them products are better good products, which I talked about in the grocery haul. So I'll be doing some grocery hauls on this channel as well. But again, they're related to what we're doing on this channel, what I'm doing, which is fitness. Okay, fitness starts in the kitchen with the fork, not in the gym with the weights. Trust, I've done this. Okay, I ain't no medical doctor, but it starts in the kitchen. Now, a lot of people say you can eat whatever you want and still lose weight. I disagree. I believe you can eat 2,000 calories a day and lose weight just by doing exercise. But I don't believe you can eat whatever you want. Or how much ever you want. Let's clarify that. How much ever you want and still lose weight. I don't believe that. So but yes, I have done it. So this is be my second time. So 5 years ago I did it, and now I'm regaining my health. Okay, and I'm not getting any younger. Okay, and I don't have a stomach of a tank to be putting all that stuff in there. I have to stop eating so many foods just because it makes me uncomfortable in my stomach. Nothing to do with, do I look good to people? Do people think I'm gorgeous? I'm not doing this weight loss journey. This time is not for vanity. Okay, I'm not proving myself in this weight loss journey. Okay, the proven years is over. Okay, I am 1 full year away from being 50 years old. I have no desire to prove myself. That's some childhood that's young shit, young folk shit. Young people, young folk do that. All that proving and trying to be who you gonna be and all that. That's around identity. I don't have no identity issue. Okay, I identify as old, and that's enough. Okay, and so that's where I'm at with it. All right, it's not for vanity, it's for mobility. It's not for vanity for me. It has nothing to do with that, because one damn thing for sure, when you get older, whether you're listening to this and you're young or you're old, I'm here to tell you, mobility is power. Period. Okay, and if you young and you listening to this, all them checks that you writing with your body is a bank and you're writing checks. Those are they're gonna have withdrawals when you get older. It's gonna withdraw from your resources, your health, your mental state, and everything. So you got to be able to build a life and a body that you can maintain as you age, that won't have you needing full-time care all the time, or can't get around if you want to get around or something like that. You get old, but you don't be, life ain't over just because you got old. So you want to be able to get around and do stuff, so you need your mobility for that. Okay, and with me, with getting a low end of high cholesterol, that meant a lot to me when I realized what high cholesterol, the dangers that high cholesterol can bring. So this shot is not for vanity. It's not about clothes. I wore all the tiny clothes, all the ball gowns and dresses and things like that. And the swimsuits, which this is one of them. I really like this suit. It's got puffy sleeves when it's not wet. And it's cute. But, so I don't have any, I've never had self-esteem issues around my weight. It was never, and I've never really been picked on for my weight. Okay, now that's something that I definitely on my main channel experience here on YouTube. But in life, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and there's no culture around black women being skinny. You don't have to be skinny to be desirable. Okay, and that's in general, because hell, I have traveled this country from the East Coast to the West Coast, and I can tell you for sure that if that's what you're seeing and what's being said to you, it's definitely got a lot to do with social media and media in general, because the news is media. Okay, the television news is media, CNN is media, CBS is media. It's a media. It's a medium of transferring information. Okay, so it's media. So social media definitely give people these misconstrued ideas about what is attractive and what is not, and who is elevating and who is not. That's hierarchy stuff that in the real world, when you're engaging with others, black, white, or otherwise, none of that stuff come into play. You're just people doing the thing that you came here to do. Period. Nobody's looking to intentionally harm anyone or anything like that out here, okay? And it's not about, oh my God, you gotta be the finest looking thing. That's some social media stuff. That stuff is strictly social media. I promise you. In the real world, it don't work like that. So I've never had any, my real world experience is, I've never had any issues as far as being insecure because of my body weight, okay? And even body weight jokes don't, I mean, you have to have a spot for somebody to hit for it to be upsetting, and I don't have that. Okay, I choose to roast people because they choose to try it, but I don't have a issue around how I look. I don't have issues around being 48 years of age. Something about women you can't ask a woman her age. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about you asking my age, how much I weigh, or nothing else. I'm not insecure about who I am, my skin color, my hair, none of that. I don't have any insecurities around that, okay? My insecurities have to do with my intelligence, whether people make me jump through hoops or not. So if I'm having to prove myself, those type of things, I'm not going to be, but girl, I'm 48 years old. If I gotta prove something to you or over-explain, I'm gonna move the fuck on. I don't have time for that shit. I'm too old for that. That young folk shit. That's some more of that young folk energy when you at the beginning of trying to fit in and needing to do all the things to move through certain stages of life. I don't have that type of shit going on. I'm 48. I'm finna be 49 in 2 months. That's 1 year from 50. So I don't be thinking about that type of shit with people. And YouTube bad for that. They'll let people, you know, because you know, it's mostly anonymous. You can just say whatever you want. And people do. And when people choose to say whatever they want, I say whatever I want. And that's just how they go. I don't have I don't need, when you young, you want to belong and shit like that. But I'm over 40. I don't need to belong. I'm my own tribe. So I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody, and definitely nothing to explain. That come with age, experience, and wisdom, though. Okay? It's nothing that young people are doing that's something wrong. They just young people, and that's the stage they in, and that's what it look like. No judgment. Okay? And when you 49 and black and sick of it, this is what it look like. No insecurities around any particular thing except for my wisdom being dismissed as an opinion. I don't play that. So that's it. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. You know. So, listen. I got this. I know what I'm doing, and I've done it before. And I've gotten halfway there before, too. Before I chose this journey, I just did it on straight willpower in 2023. So, you know. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, TCC Never. I love you, too. Look, it's big love to the whole world out here. I love everybody. Absolutely. And thank you. And I won't let anybody get me down. You know, that's why I have my roasting channel. That's why I roast on that particular channel. It gets a lot of steam off. You know, y'all can get a lot of steam off on trolls in particular. And some of them feel like they triggering things in me, but it really is an opportunity to get some shit off my chest. But either way, we both having fun, right? Right? We both having fun. That's the point. My point is, I got this. We got this. Every day, we need to stay focused on our goals. Don't get distracted by trying to be on the scene, the food scene, the drug scene, the party scene, the social media scene. Don't let that stuff distract you from your goals. Yeah, TCC, we got it. We got it. We got this. And I'm going to succeed. So if you're interested in joining this journey with me, maybe you're having a journey of your own, or you just want to see what's going to happen to that fat lady. Either way, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the videos. TCC, thank you so much for coming through. I really appreciate you so much. And thank you to everybody who dipped in and dipped out. I appreciate you for coming by, and hopefully we'll get to grow a good community over here together. So far, the name, because last video we talked about what name would I choose for my subscribers, and I think I'm gonna go with 50. So shout out to you, my 50s. We're gonna do this Zepbound journey. You can watch me go through it. We're gonna learn some food prepping. Maybe I'll get better at food prepping, which I think I think I'm pretty good. I can weigh without a scale, but I'm gonna bring the scale back in so I can kind of demonstrate food weighing and different things like that. And right now I'm gonna show you some upcoming food prep videos around blackened salmon and Brussels sprouts, red petite potatoes, and catfish. And we're gonna do some fat bombs, so that on days where I can't eat a lot on the shot, which is Zepbound is what I'm discussing, then I'll be making some avocado fat bomb cups, and so I'll show you how to do those, and we're gonna learn some stuff on this together. If you're interested, if you're not, don't worry about it. Okay, I'll see you on the exercise videos. Bye bye.